Notebook number 1. Number 1. July 20th, 1991. I picked up my college diploma at the service window of the registrar's office. It was so big I had to carry it with both hands. I dropped it twice while walking across campus. The first time I fell in the mud by the sidewalk, and I wiped the mud off with my shirt. The second time the wind blew it away. I chased after it ruefully. The corners were bent. In my heart, I held back a pitiful laugh. "When you visit, will you bring me some presents?" the crocodile wanted to know. "Very well. I'll bring you new hand-sewn lingerie," said Osamu Dazai. "I'll give you the most beautiful picture frame on earth. Would you like that?" asked Yukio Mishima. "I'll plaster your bathroom walls with copies of my Waseda degree," said Haruki Murakami. And that's how it all began. Enter cartoon music. Insert 2 tigers closing theme. I forgot to return my student ID and library card, but I didn't realize it. At first, I'd actually lost them. 19 days later, they were returned to me anonymously in an envelope, instantly transforming their loss into a lie. But I couldn't stop using them anyway, out of sheer convenience. I also didn't take my driver's exam seriously enough. Took it 4 times and failed, although 2 of those instances were due to factors entirely beyond my control. What's even better is that I publicly claim, and perhaps society buys it, to have failed only twice. Whatever, I don't care. I locked the door, shut the windows, took the phone off the hook, and sat down. And that's how I wrote. I wrote until I was exhausted, smoked 2 cigarettes, and went into the bathroom and took a cold shower. Outside were the torrential winds and rain of the typhoon season. Halfway undressed, I realized there was no soap left. Got dressed again. Returned to the bathroom with a bar of soap. Undressed again. Then climbed back into the shower. That's how it is, writing a bestseller. Soap in hand and the sounds of late-night TV in the background. Then a sudden clatter, as if the power station had been rocked by an explosion. I was enveloped in pitch-dark silence. The power had gone out. Nobody else was around, so I ran out of the bathroom completely naked, searching for a candle, though I had no matches. Carried 3 tea lights with me into the kitchen, bumping into an electric fan on the floor along the way. Tried to light them on the gas burner, but the wax melted away. There was nothing else I could do. I threw open the balcony door and stepped outside to cool off. I hoped to catch a glimpse of other kindred souls standing naked on their own balconies. That's how it is, writing a serious literary work. Even if this book is neither popular nor serious, at least it's sensational. 5 cents a word. It's about getting a diploma in writing. Number 2. In the past, I believed that every man had his own innate prototype of a woman, and that he would fall in love with the woman who most resembled his type. Although I'm a woman, I have a female prototype too. My type would appear in hallucinations just as you were freezing to death atop an icy mountain, a legendary beauty from the furthest reaches of fantasy. For 4 years, that's what I believed, and I wasted all my college days when I had the most courage and honesty I would ever have towards life because of it. I don't believe it anymore. It's like the impromptu sketch of a street artist, a little drawing taped to my wall. When I finally stopped believing in it and learned to leave it behind, I wound up selling a collection of priceless treasures for next to nothing. It was then that I realized I should leave behind some sort of record before my memories evaporated. When the inventory of what had been bought and sold, and at what price, would be forever lost. It's like a series of roadside warning signs. The one behind me says, "Don't believe the fantasy." The one ahead of me says, "Wield the axe of cruelty." One day it dawned on me as if I were writing my own name for the first time. Cruelty and mercy are one and the same. Existence in the world relegates good and evil to the exact same status. Cruelty and evil are only natural, and together they are endowed with half the power and half the utility in this world. It seems I'm going to have to learn to be crueler if I'm to become the master of my own fate. Wielding the axe of cruelty against life, against myself, against others. It's the rule of animal instinct, ethics, aesthetics, metaphysics, and the axis of all four, and the comma that punctuated being 22. Number 3. Shui Ling, Wenzhou Street. The white bench in front of the French bakery, the number 74 bus. We sit at the back of the bus. Shui Ling and I occupy opposite window seats, the aisle between us. The December fog is sealed off behind glass. Dusk starts to set in around 6, enshrouding Taipei. The traffic is creeping along Heping East Road. At the outer edge of the Taipei Basin, where the sky meets the horizon, is a last visible wedge of a bright orange sun whose radiance floods through the windows and spills onto the vehicles behind us, like the blessing of some mysterious force. Silent, exhausted passengers pack the aisle, heads hung, bodies propped against the seats, oblivious. Through a gap in the curtain of their winter coats, I catch Shui Ling's eye, trying to contain the enthusiasm in my voice. "Did you look outside?" I ask, ingratiatingly. Comes her barely audible reply. Then, silence. For a still moment, Shui Ling and I are sitting together in the hermetically sealed bus. Out the windows, dim silhouettes of human figures wind through the streets. It's a magnificent night scene, gorgeous and restrained. The two of us are content. We look happy, but underneath, there's already a strain of something dark, malignant. Just how bitter it would become, we didn't know.